Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli.
One day, Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli, I think his record chasing down totals, which traditionally can be quite difficult to do, is exceptional, and I think he's taken white ball cricket to another level.
Virat Kohli. Tests. Virat Kohli one days. Probably Virat Kohli 2020, I reckon.
Has he timed this well enough? Well, Glenn Maxwell can't believe it. And the reason why he can't believe it was he was beaten in flight, and that just proves how good Virat Kohli is.
He's been a champion player of the game in all three formats for a long period of time. And one thing I've learned about champion players in this game in particular is you never write them off.
Kohli goes down the ground. Kohli goes out of the ground. Wow. This is a sensational hit from Virat Kohli. It is innings like these, Virat, that take you beyond the present and into legend.
Started this tournament, India-Pakistan right here at the MCG. Virat rolling the clock back a little bit, playing a match-winning knock, being the man of the match in what I think is probably one of the best sporting spectacles that I've ever seen.
When I see him batting like this, and I've seen him batting across all conditions, in all formats, and it's not just averages, it's the way you get runs, when you get it, and the impact those runs have on what the team does. I would safely say is the best batsman in the world now.
I think he has a temperament. He take a bigger challenge, and that's where he get the energy. He like to play like that, and very few cricketers have that temperament. But end of the day, he has the talent. He has the class. The temperament is the most important. How to win the matches, we know. Dhoni used to do that, but I think Virat Kohli is one step ahead of anybody else.
Just put it into context, Virat's 100 yesterday was his 17th 100 chasing for India. It's come in 96 innings. Sachin Tendulkar was a great and the god of Indian cricket. He got 1700s chasing. His 17 came in 232 innings. You've got to sometimes take your hat off to a player that's on a different planet. I mean, he's just playing a game that I haven't seen many play to that standard. I mean, Lara, as Tough was mentioned earlier, Sachinov. But this kid, I think he's different. I do. I mean, it's the pressure that he's coping with. I mean, he seems to be able to get India over the lines. I mean, setting the games up, batting first, there's been many that could do that. But to chase it when the pressure's really on, and to chase it when you're chasing 350 and to do it with 11 balls to spare.
This is mind-boggling. His successful ODI chases, successful, not just chases, successful, is averaging 89.59, 90 with 24 centuries.
He is the master of the chase, and it's been a masterful knock so far. He's paced it really well, but it won't mean anything to him unless he sees his side over the line and he levels the series.
Virat Kohli is one of the greatest players ever. He's your favourite ODI player ever.
He's the greatest one-day player I've ever seen. The best players in the world know when they're in form or out of form. They know what they're doing well, what they're not doing well. They know what they need to work on, and they get up for the biggest moments. But when you're chasing a total like that, that's why I say he's the best player in the game. Nobody chases a total like Virat Kohli. It's like he's the computer in his brain, reads the play, knows what he needs to do, knows which bowler he can attack. Now let me type it in, now go to work.
और वर्ल्ड कप में जैसे उसने खेला, उसकी वो क्लास है और वो सबको पता है कि जिस तरह की वो शॉट्स खेलता है और जिस तरह उसने मुझे जिस तरह मैच के टाइम पे उसने जो 6 लगाए, मेरा नहीं ख्याल कि कोई और प्लेयर ऐसे 6 लगा सकता है. अगर वो मुझे कोई दिनेश कार्तिक मारता या पांड्या मारता तब मैं हार्ड होता, पर मुझे कोहली ने मारे हुए तो वो एक उसकी डिफरेंट क्लास है.
बिगेस्ट डिफरेंस यार जो मैंने इसमें है ना, एक तो ऑफ कोर्स इसने बाकी प्लेयर से ना फिटनेस का इतना फर्क कर दिया है कि 100 ओवर 50 नहीं 100 ओवर इसको मैटर नहीं करते. he's got the same energy जो पहले बॉल पे होती है, वही एनर्जी 100वें ओवर में भी उसकी वैसी ही होती है. एक ये चीज़, और दूसरी चीज़ जो बड़ी है कि नंबर 3 पे खेल के मैच को फिनिश करना, नंबर 5 पे करना, नंबर 6 पे करना, फिर भी आपके पास कम ओवर होते हैं, आपको गेम को रीड करना ईजी होता है. नंबर 3 पे जब आप जाते हो तो आपके सामने जब 2 आउट हो जाए ना, तो आपके एकदम हाथ पैर कांपते हैं कि अब मैं इस गेम को कैसे फिनिश लाइन तक लेके जाऊंगा. सो आई थिंक इसके क्रेडिट में जो सबसे बड़ी 2 चीज़ें, एक फिटनेस और दूसरी ये कि नंबर 3 या ओपन भी किया है, इन दोनों नंबरों पर खेल के फिर गेम फिनिश करके 2400 किए हैं। दैट इज अमेजिंग रिकॉर्ड।
ये आदमी 3 नंबर पे खेलता है मोस्टली। आई मीन शुरू में नहीं मौका मिला था, वहां शुरू करता है गेम को और पूरा दिन कंट्रोल रखता है और शाम को मैच खत्म करके आता है।
Yeah, Virat Kohli is an amazing player, incredible captain and leader. He's got an insatiable appetite for being the best at everything. Scoring runs, being the best fielder, being the best fitness-wise, being the best batter. He's got an incredible desire to just dominate. His technique, you look at it and it's almost flawless.
Smashed!
He just hits the middle of the bat so much more often than everyone else. He looks like he has more time than everyone else. He just makes good decisions. You combine that with an incredible eye and an incredible training ethic, comes down to the best player in the world.
Well, I just remember watching him in the nets. They put that footage out pre-series and he was absolutely smacking them. And I was sort of sitting there thinking, how are we going to get this bloke out? And Mum, being Mum, just said, "Oh, he's only another person." I said, "Oh, okay, Mum, thanks. That's good advice. It's going to help us get him out, isn't it?"
Virat Kohli, superstar of the game.
He averages above 50 in every single form of the game. Nobody is that good across all 3 forms as Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli is at the pinnacle of his form, and the last 2 years at the pinnacle of world cricket as well. And he's done everything that's needed to become arguably the best player in the world.
I was in Australia at the same time, man.
Yeah, I
and
know.
I can remember we were doing the Big Bash.
Yes.
And I got in a few of the Australians' faces, like, because just to see the way in which you stood up.
Yeah.
The Australians can be, in my opinion, at times be bullies.
Yeah.
They try talking you out, but you gave it back.
Yeah.
I love that. And not just giving it back, you gave it back with interest.
Yeah.
You know, the way in which you performed. And I think that sort of set you up to believe, because I always felt if you can go to Australia and combat what they have there, you're going to be okay elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know, because you would have dealt with, it's a tough place to go.
Yes, it is.
And you came out smelling sweet, man. I think that was, I enjoy that, you know.
Thank you. Yeah.
And there's one in particular, man, that I love, and it had me jumping out of my chair, man. It's the one where you clear the left foot and took it over extra cover. That's something out of my book, so I appreciate that, you know. Thank you for that, you know.
You look at that, look at the body language. Oh man, I'll be happy to play something like that when I was playing.
For me, it was an honor. I mean, I was told by our media team that what you said after that shot, and I was like,
yeah, man,
wow, sweet. You know, God's really kind to me.
Sweet man.
That you found it interesting.